since like now you're in public,
Hmm.
why the change and what do you see differently? Both like let's say like contract wise and just everyday classroom wise.
Yeah. So I guess the reason for the switch was at the time the private school that I was at, they had talked about getting charter status, and charter status means that there's a little bit more consistency at the pay grid, a little bit more consistency in benefits, maybe a slightly better bump in benefits. But at the time when I made the decision to leave, that was unclear, and I had two kids at the time. I just had my wife was pregnant with my second child, and I was like, "Look, it'd be really nice to have some security here." There was no pension,
Right.
so that's why I was like, it was time to make the switch.
Hmm.
Um, there's a couple other factors as well. I think I alluded to it earlier. It's like, working in a private school can be very exhausting.
Right.
It's tiring, it's demanding. Um, I can remember getting text messages from administration, um, you know, on our teacher group chat,
Right.
uh, you know, asking us to complete stuff, and it would be after hours, and I'm like, "This is crazy," right? Like, and so that, like, just all of those factors, like, kind of where it's like, okay, I think it's time that I move on, and not in a negative way. It's just more of like, no, I'm feeling myself becoming increasingly bitter with this current system, and I don't want to be that because I actually love what I do. It's time for me to make that change. And
Mm.
I wasn't going to force myself to stay in a situation that I knew long term that I wasn't going to be happy in. And so that's why I decided to make the jump over to the public system. And that's ultimately where I wanted to be anyways.
Yeah.
I often looked at my private school experience as I guess, sort of a stepping stone in my career. It was not going to be my forever home. At some point, the move was going to be
A
made.
character building
Yeah,
experience. Yeah.
yeah, and it was really good. I had some amazing leadership experience. Like, I got to be an athletic director for 2 years.
Right.
I was a valued member of the team. Like, the administration, did value me. There's a reason why I was there for 4 years, right? Like, and why I kept getting contracts and stuff. So it was really good that way. But it was just time to make the move. And so I guess, like, one of the biggest differences that I see would be, like, as far as, like, actual take-home dollar value, I actually when I first made the jump, and I don't know if that's the case now, but or what that would compare to now,
Yeah.
but I actually brought home less. My
In the
per
private,
yeah, in public.
in public.
In
Okay.
public, my
Yeah.
monthly take-home was gonna be less.
So they think like 11% of it just goes right into your pension
Yeah.
or not. Yeah. Pension, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
Retirement.
so it was, like, all those value, so my first year was, like, I was not making as much money, but however, there's the security that comes with being a public educator, right? There's the benefits. We have a collective agreement and an ATA that will
Right.
protect us, and that will, that it keeps all parties that are involved, like, in the public system, accountable.
Yeah.
Where, in the other system, there was really only it was like a really much like a one sided